You know, there's something they don't tell you about getting older. It's not just the wrinkles or the creaky knees, it's the way people start to drift away. Friends you've known for decades stop calling as often. Family gets busy with their own lives. Even neighbors you used to chat with every morning seem to disappear. And if you've ever felt that quiet loneliness creeping in, you're not alone. The truth is, after 70, many of us start to feel a little left behind. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. With a little preparation, you can build a life that's full, joyful, and surrounded by the people who truly matter, whether they're old friends or wonderful new ones. In this video, we're going to talk about why this happens, and more importantly, how you can prepare for it so you never feel abandoned. We'll cover everything from redefining your social circle to finding new passions that keep you excited about each day. So let's start with the first thing you need to know. It's not about you. When people start pulling away, it's easy to take it personally. You might wonder, did I say something wrong? Do they not care anymore? But most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. People get caught up in their own lives, their kids, their grandkids, their jobs, or their own health struggles. They don't mean to forget about you. Life just gets in the way. That's why the first step is to shift your mindset. Instead of waiting for others to reach out, take the lead. Send a text, make a phone call, or even invite someone over for coffee. You'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for an invitation. And if someone doesn't respond, that's okay. Move on to the next person. There are plenty of folks out there who would love to hear from you. Now, the second thing to prepare for is the changing nature of friendships. As we get older, some friendships fade, not because of conflict, but simply because we're in different seasons of life. The friends you once saw every week at work might now be living across the country or dealing with their own challenges. That's normal, but instead of clinging to what was focus on what could be. This is the perfect time to make new connections. Join a club, take a class, or volunteer somewhere that matters to you. Places like community centers, churches, or even local libraries often have groups for seniors where you can meet people who share your interests. And here's a little secret. Making friends later in life can be even more meaningful because you're choosing people who truly align with who you are now. So we've talked about taking the initiative and embracing new friendships. But there's one more important thing to consider before we move forward: the power of routine. When life starts feeling quieter, it's easy to fall into isolation without even realizing it. Maybe you used to have weekly lunches with friends, but now those have faded away. Or perhaps you've stopped going to places you once loved because you don't have someone to go with. That's why creating a new routine is so important. Schedule regular outings, even if it's just a walk in the park or a visit to a local cafe. Strike up conversations with strangers. You never know who might become a new friend. And most importantly, fill your calendar with things that bring you joy, whether that gardening, painting, or simply sitting outside with a good book. Because here's the thing, when you're living a life that excites you, people are naturally drawn to that energy. And that's how you build a circle that doesn't fade away. Now that we've covered these first steps, let's talk about how to deepen those connections and create a support system that lasts, no matter what changes come your way. You know, one of the most beautiful things about life is that it's never too late to create meaningful connections, but sometimes we have to be intentional about it. It's not like when we were younger, where friendships seemed to happen effortlessly at work or through our kids' activities. Now, we have to put in a little more effort, but the rewards, they're just as sweet, if not sweeter. So let's talk about deepening the relationships you already have. Think about the people still in your life, family members, old friends, even acquaintances you've always enjoyed but never got close to. These are the relationships worth investing in, and here's how you do it. Be the person who remembers. Send birthday cards, check in when you know they've had a tough week, share stories or old photos that remind them of good times. These small gestures keep connections alive in a way that occasional visits or holiday greetings just can't. And when you make the effort, you'll often find that people start doing the same for you. But what if your family is far away or too busy? That brings us to the next point, building a chosen family. This is especially important if your children or relatives live in another city or are wrapped up in their own lives. A chosen family is made up of the people who show up neighbors, friends, even the friendly cashier at your grocery store who always asks how you're doing. These everyday connections matter more than we realize. Start by nurturing those small interactions. Bring cookies to a neighbor. Strike up a conversation with someone at your exercise class. Over time, these little moments can grow into real friendships. And don't underestimate the power of community spaces. Places like senior centers, book clubs, or even online forums. Yes, the internet isn't just for grandkids. Can introduce you to people who genuinely want to connect. Now let's talk about something that might feel uncomfortable, but is absolutely crucial: asking for help when you need it. Many of us were raised to be independent, to tough things out on our own. But here's the truth, people want to help. They just don't always know how. So if you need a ride to an appointment, someone to help with a household task, or just company for an afternoon, speak up. You're not a burden. In fact, you're giving someone the gift of feeling needed, and that's a beautiful thing. And while we're on the topic of support, let's address the friendships that do fade and how to handle them with grace. Not every relationship is meant to last forever, and that's okay. If someone has pulled away despite your efforts, wish them well and focus your energy elsewhere. Holding onto resentment only hurts you. Instead, pour that love and attention into the people who are present, or into new friendships waiting to be made. This brings us to our final point for this section, finding joy in your own company. Because here's the secret, the person you'll spend the most time with in this chapter of life is you. And if you enjoy your own company, you'll never truly feel alone. Rediscover old hobbies or try something completely new. Take yourself out for lunch. Sit in the park and watch the world go by. When you cultivate contentment within yourself, you become magnetic. People are drawn to that kind of quiet confidence and joy. And that's how you build a life that feels full, no matter who comes and goes. Now let's talk about the practical steps you can take to ensure you're always surrounded by warmth, connection, and purpose, because that's what truly keeps loneliness at bay. There's a saying that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. And that's exactly how we should think about our relationships and happiness as we grow older. It doesn't matter if some friendships have faded or if life feels quieter than it used to. What matters is what we do now. So let's talk about creating daily moments of connection. You don't need a packed social calendar to feel fulfilled. Sometimes it's the small, consistent interactions that make the biggest difference. Make it a habit to chat with someone every day, whether it's a phone call to an old friend, a conversation with your mail carrier, or even a friendly wave to the person who walks their dog past your house each morning. These little exchanges remind us that we're part of a community, and they keep loneliness from settling in. And here's something powerful: technology can be your ally. If your family or friends live far away, video calls can bridge the distance. Don't be intimidated by smartphones or computers. Ask a grandchild or a tech-savvy friend to show you the basics. Even sending a quick voice message or sharing photos through email can keep you connected in a way that letters and landline phones never could. Now let's address the importance of giving back. One of the best ways to feel valued and connected is to help others. Volunteer at a local school, knit blankets for newborns at the hospital, or mentor someone younger who could use your wisdom. When you contribute, you remind yourself and others that you have so much to offer. And often, these acts of kindness lead to unexpected friendships with people who appreciate your presence in their lives. But what about the days when loneliness feels heavier? That's when asterisk rituals and routines become your anchor. Start a morning ritual, a cup of tea on the porch, a daily crossword puzzle, or a short walk around the block. These small traditions give structure to your days and something to look forward to. And if you're feeling isolated, reach out intentionally. Call a friend just to say, "I was thinking of you." You'll often find they needed that call as much as you did. Finally, let's talk about the power of gratitude. It's easy to focus on who's no longer around, but what about the people who asterisk are? Take a moment each day to appreciate someone in your life, even if it's the neighbor who always brings in your trash cans or the friend who sends you funny memes. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you see the love that's already there. So here's the truth. Life after 70 isn't about being abandoned, it's about evolving. Some relationships will change, but that just makes room for new ones. Some days will feel quiet, but that's when you'll discover the joy of your own company. And while you can't control how others show up, you can asterisk choose to fill your life with purpose, connection, and little moments of happiness. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How do you stay connected? What's one small thing you'll try this week to bring more joy into your days? And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more conversations like this one. Because no matter your age, you deserve a life that feels rich, loved, and full of possibility. Here's to your next chapter. May it be your brightest yet.